Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a fellow that we picked up at the recent Gangs of Monster Legends event. And this is Gangsterosaurus. And he shows up with that attitude, and lots of open ruin slots. So let's find a place for him. Chances are, no, can't do that. We do have a place for you here, with a, let's just say a like-minded friend. Yeah, you see? Yeah, he's a new guy in town. Right, he's a new gangster in town. Alright, so, let's just check him out here. Okay, oh, look at he's cute with the gun in his hand. Okay, he starts early. He had a hard life. Alright, so this is Nessie. This is not Nessie. We'll come up with something else. Actually, Nessie is actually quite an interesting name for him, given, the history of gangsters, shall we say. Anyway, this is Gangsterosaurus. He is a legendary. He is metal. He is immune to possession. You cannot mess with his head. He messes with yours. He is powerful, but he is speedier. He has a really good life, so I'm guessing he's going to be kind of tanky, which is kind of interesting. I have no idea what kind of character he is, so I don't think he's probably going to be like a tank, I'm guessing. Don't really know. He's not going to be, you would think with the big old machine guns and stuff like that, he might be damaged, but the fact that his power is so much less than his speed and he has a chunky life tells me that's not what he's going to be. So anyway, let's check out some skills and maybe we can figure it out. Okay, an offer. Deals low physical damage. And then we also have, you cannot refuse. Deals low metal damage to all enemies. Interesting. But of course the gauge has that as really low. So I wouldn't count on keeping that one. You know what I mean? And of course, that special skill we saw, La Costa Nostra Special. Deals massive metal damage to all enemies, may make targets bleed. It's funny, when you shoot lots of targets, very often they bleed. Gangsterosaurus is the boss of a mafia that controls the black market of gems. Since his two best monsters on the ground, Galante and Violet, ran away together, he's doing the dirty work himself. He doesn't play games, so obey him or face your destiny. Okay, so, he's got an attitude, he's a youngster, but he's got a gun. Guessing the gun's gonna grow up with him. So let's get him to his first evolution at level 4. Okay, he's a crazed teen, and now he's a full Thompson there. Round barrel and all. And he's got two of them. He's dual-wielding Thompsons in his teens. Look out for him. Alright, so let's go with the skills. The first one will be at level 7. Just business. Deals moderate special damage, 50% chance of applying damage reduction. Okay, well, I mean, it's decent damage. No cooldown. Not a fan of damage reduction and a 25%. If you could do a little bit higher than that, that'd be great. But it is his first skill, right? We want his enemies to bleed. So let's get some bleeding in. Maybe they'll be bleeding at level 10. Multiple Vendetta. Deals low metal damage to all enemies. Okay, that's a higher version of his first one. A little higher, but it's still low damage. You know, throw some bleeding in there and it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Alright, let's get to level 15 and some more skills. He learned his skills on the street. Minor Mobster Heal. Steals life from target. Okay, so he's got a life steal. All right, I'm going to put that on the end because I know I'm not going to keep that. Probably just do the, I'm guessing there's going to be a chain of these. So I'll just keep the best one on the end. It's kind of where I like to personally keep life steals. That way I always know where it is, right? Although I haven't seen a life steal that was actually metal before. Usually life steals are darkness. Usually they are. All right, let's go to level 20. Big Monster Heal. Steals life from all targets? Well, that's interesting. I'm not quite sure how to take that. I mean, is that a continuation of this one, or is that another line? I mean, it says minor mobster heal. All right, for the moment, I'm going to put it over here, but I'm curious as to whether or not that may be his big thing. I'm not sure about that. It's a little hard to judge because, remember, we don't actually get a damage. We don't know what it's doing until we actually try to use it. But for now, I'm going to put it there. All right, so let's continue. And, of course, to level 25, another skill, and his final form. Respect the Dawn. Deals low metal damage to all enemies, 50% chance of magnetizing. We'll put that here. Not really overly happy with that one. I mean, if it was full magnetizing, yeah. I'm guessing they'll be better than that, but we'll just put that there. Okay, there he is. Gangsterosaurus. Is he the Don? Maybe he's going to be the Don. He's going to have to do some whacking first there, but it looks like he's ready for it. Yeah. Alright, so let's continue to level 30. And his next skill? Concierge hit. Okay, deals heavy special damage, 0 cooldown. Alright, usually I like to put those there, but I already put something else there. So why don't we just throw it there for now, because I'm not keeping the other one. Damage reduction is not really great for me, but 50% chance? No, I think I'll just go with the big damage. Alright, so let's get... You know, it's interesting. I haven't seen anything that makes him appear tanky. I mean, he's got a lot of health, and he does heal himself, but I'm not really sure if there's anything tanky coming. Or let's just see... Maybe it's at level 35. This is just family business. Deals moderate special damage, may apply damage reduction. Okay, so this is... You know what? I'm going to put it up here for now. I don't think I'm going to keep that. I mean, if there was a group version, I don't know. But I mean, I don't want it coming up again. You know, that's the thing. All right, let's continue to level 40. We're actually running out of skills here. What's going on? Steals life from all targets. Okay, so this is obviously a big one. Am I supposed to be putting this on the end? I'm very confused by his skills at the moment. All right, you know, I'm just going to do that because there's... Do we want both of them? I don't see the purpose in 50%. You know, I'm going to put it there because chances are it's more damage. I got to believe there's at least a 100% chance of magnetizing coming up. I don't know, but we're running out of skills here. That's just kind of weird, you know? Maybe I should put it there. All right, I'm just gonna put it here because this is a good solid single target hit, no cooldown. This is a damage and life drain. This is the magnetized, but it's only 50%. And for the damage, it's not really worth keeping. I mean, if I have my choice between these two, I'm just gonna take I'll take the new one. You know, I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around his skills and how I would actually use them, and we don't really have many left. We might maybe have 2 left? So I'm a little concerned about this. Respect the Dawn. Oh, okay, what am I going to do about this? Do I need that? I think I would just keep this one. It's kind of superior to this one, if you ask me. I don't think I would ever use this one over this one. You know, that's the thing. I don't think I would ever use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Respect the Dawn one up here for family business. But you know what? I'm a little disappointed that we haven't gotten any bleeding in there. You know? I don't know if there's any more skills. I'd like to think there's at least one more. Well, let's go. Maybe we'll run into it, and it'll make everything clearer, you know? Okay, Godfather Assault. Deals moderate metal damage to all enemies, may magnetize all targets. Okay, so that is obviously much better than this one. That's much better than this one. Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer right there. Although, it's really not a lot of damage, but I'm assuming that it's going to enhance the damage of the life drains because they are metal. But that is probably it. So we got 2 more shots here, but I don't think he's going to have any more skills here. Okay, Respect the Dawn. I just don't see a reason to put that one up. It really depends. It depends on whether or not these guys are going to be metal or not. You know what? Maybe I'll put it in for this one. I mean, I'm going to be testing with this guy, right? So why don't we just leave this one and put the Respect the Dawn in for this one? And if the first one, the huge mobster heel, ends up being affected by magnetism, then I'll probably put the other one back. Because I don't know at the moment. I guess I'm going to have to test. So let's just get to 60. I'm pretty sure we've seen everything. Right, it just went back to that one. All right, so let's just take a quick verification trip here. No, I didn't want that one. Might do that. Oh, that was the early one. All right, I'm a little confused by this guy, frankly. I'm a little confused by that guy. Let's take a look at his numbers here. Okay, so power is okay. His life is good. His speed is better. I'm not really sure why that is. I'm guessing it's so you can quickly magnetize them and then come back, because he doesn't have anything that could be considered denial in any way. He doesn't have any dazing. He doesn't have any blinding. He doesn't have any stuns or anything like that. I mean, he doesn't even have bleeding, which that was the one that surprised me. I mean, his special has bleeding. And he is shooting everybody, so I don't understand why they would. I would have taken out the damage reduction and put the bleeding in there. It would have made more sense. I mean, he's shooting everybody. I'm not really sure why that would be damage reduction. I don't know, maybe they didn't want to be overpowered, but let's face it, he doesn't really do a lot of damage until he magnetizes. It really depends upon the strength of those life drains, doesn't it? I mean, why even have the life drains if he's not going to tank in any way? I don't understand that. All right, so why don't we just look at the skills, and maybe we can piece this together. All right, so here we have, this is the last one I got, and thank goodness that I got it, because otherwise I was getting very concerned over this character. Godfather Assault. Deals moderate metal damage to all enemies, may magnetize all targets. All right, so it's a group attack, it's metal, and it magnetizes. Now, with the exception of one of his attacks, they're all metal. So this is good for him. It's also good for any other metal legendaries you happen to have in your party. So this was probably his best skill. All right, so then we have this one. Huge Mobster Heal. Steals life from all targets, requires cooldown. We don't know how much that is. And we don't know whether or not it's going to be affected by magnetism. I'm assuming that it is. Otherwise, there isn't really a lot of purpose for that first skill. So I'm going to assume that this... So we're going to have to see how much that's actually going to do. I mean, if it does, high, moderate damage, it might be all right, especially since it is going to do a life drain on him. Okay, then we have Consigliere Hit. So this is his only special damage hit. Deals heavy special damage, 0 cooldown. This is a good hit. It's a good solid hit, single target. He can use it if there is a cooldown problem, or maybe his cooldowns were set by some naughty Temerian, right? That he has to put a whole bunch of lead into. So that's a good hit to have. It's always good to have something like that in there. Good solid, single target hit, 0 cooldown whenever he gets in trouble. And then finally we have Respect the Dawn. Alright, so deals low metal damage to all enemies, 50% chance of magnetizing all targets. Alright, now this is the lower version of the first one. I'm not sure about this one. I'm probably going to put the Major Mobster Heal back. I think that was the name of it, Major Mobster Heal. I'm probably going to put that one back, but I want to test first, because I'm not sure if this one is going to be affected by magnetism. We're going to have to see. I'll test that. If it is, then I will be putting the other one back. If it isn't, then I do want to have something that is going to take advantage of magnetism. That's the reason that I left that in there. If for some reason Huge Mobster Heal is not affected by magnetism, I want something that is affected by magnetism. So that's the reason it's there. All right, so anyway, this guy is kind of strange. I don't know how to classify him. He's not support. He's not really damage. I mean, his power, if you flip the values on his power and his speed, you might be able to make an argument that he's a damage dealer, after the magnetism. I'm not really sure. I guess we're just going to have to test with him and find out. So anyway, in terms of like ruins, I don't know. I wouldn't put speed on him. I mean, that's a good question. I'm not really sure what to think about this. I guess you could just put damage on him. Maybe you put support speed on him. I don't know. I mean, nothing really jumps to my mind, except I guess you would put some damage on him, but I don't know if I'd put all damage on him. Unless I put a damage support on him too. It's just that I don't see this guy as being anything pure that screams, oh, I want damage, or oh, I want speed. Speed doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense for him. I don't know why I would do it unless I was doing support. I said, you throw maybe you throw a couple of supports on him. I don't know. It really depends on how you intend to use him. So anyway, this is Gangsterosaurus, and he's kind of interesting, but a little hard to describe in terms of his function. And we're going to be testing with him as soon as we get yet another member of the gangster family available. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.